tremendous first 40 minutes. Normally after a match played at this pace and such physicality, we'd be talking about 5, 6, 7 tries. Clint Newton looks as though he's okay. He's probably had a quarter of an hour or so to catch his breath, and we shall see what happens in the next 40 minutes.
It's pretty
crucial. Blows the whistle and Breers gets us underway.
Just saying it's going to be crucial, you know, in the opening 5-10 minutes. Remember at the start of this game, the opening 10-15, it was all Warrington, and it just wondered how much it took out of the Rovers side, because they really had to defend for their lives over that 15 minutes. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be vital as well. The final quarter, who's got more fuel left in the tank.
John, what would you think the coaches will have said? Do you think Warrington coach Tony Smith will have said, look, let's give it to them early, see whether we can tire them out?
No, I think Hull Kingston will say let's have more of the same, and I think the Wolves will say keep offloading that ball, and let's hope as the half wears on that the gaps will occur.
He finds the ground with the kick. Does Michael Dobson? It just skips away briefly from Chris Riley, and Riley is grounded midway inside his own half of the field. Reece Lovegrove, last man off, the tackled player. Here's Ben Harrison.
Stand up.
Monaghan again finds Griggs. This is Mitchell now.
Pretty safety first play so far by the Wolves. He's a key factor. The man that's just passed it to this fella, the fullback, Richie Mathers. I really think that Michael Monaghan can win this game all on his own with his speed and skill.
It was a good little run, and he found Cooper. Cooper, though, goes down on the last tackle. And Clinton is last off the ground again and limps away from the tackle. That's a good kick. Oh, it's play on, says the referee. Oh, and Cockayne doing it again. Briscoe, brilliantly, once more. I thought Cockayne maybe had diffused that ball
it looked
inside
that way.
The in-goal area.
No,
he got it right,
yep.
The referee.
He had 1 foot there, and boy, again, great positioning by Sean Briscoe. And the talk about testing your arm, Ben Cockayne. Second occasion, Atkins, boy, he went in his own as a prop forward.
It's a great combination, wasn't it, Seymour, with Cockayne and Briscoe, and it took it away from the referee's decision. They said, we'll trust our skill to solve the problem rather than relying on the referee.
Oh, high kick on the last.
Oh, the wind's got it, the wind's got it.
Oh, and Dobson hacks it forward. Mathers lets it bounce, and he did well, actually, and so did Dobson, by the way.
Well, I didn't expect the wind to be so strong, but it's certainly come into play then. It's good work by Chris Riley. Quick play of the ball, look how it bounced through. He got it on the half volley, did Dobson.
Here's Harrison. Warrington offloading for fun again.
And you don't have to be Einstein to know that that man in your picture, Michael Dobson, has got to be the key factor if the Rovers are going to finish up winning this game. Such a key player.
Monaghan, little run, halted by Ratu, last tackle. This is Griggs. Breers, oh, it's a high shot by Liam Watts.
Well, to be fair,
well, it was a strangle, wasn't it? Not a throttle or a grapple, a strangle. This. There, look.
Well, I think it's been badly done to. I think it's a bit of an Academy Award there. It was certainly above the shoulders, but well, I think the experience of Lee Breers.
Well, the referee says too many high tackles in the game, you're on a warning. So, by inference, if it happens again, they'll be down to 12 men. There'll be somebody in the sin bin.
I think that was harsh. I think the big fella Liam Watts certainly didn't get what I would classify as a throttle tackle.
This is Harrison, who'll drive it in for Warrington.
He's worked hard, hasn't he? As he has done all season as well.
Monaghan, short ball. He's over the line. Is Lee Mitchell? Has he got the ball down? No, he's short, says the referee. Plays the ball to Monaghan. He tries to step through the forest of defenders.
He can't get through.
Hyam will go himself.
But he's held up.
So they're over the try line, so we'll go back 10 metres.
Got to be careful now, because surely Warrington will opt for the kick towards one of the wings. Surely down in this on that right-hand side. Well, then who's going to take it?
Monaghan. Here's Grix. It's Breers. Kick out wide, looking for Chris Hicks. Cockayne in the spot of bother again, but this time just takes the tackle. Let's go down to Bill. He's got Adrian Morley with him.
Adrian, Hull Kingston Rovers really are making Warrington work for if it's going to be a Wolves win, you're going to have to work hard for it.
Yeah, that's right. They're certainly very spirited, and there's some really good ding-dongs in that first half, and we look like scoring on a number of occasions, but the defence has been great, LKR.
Might that be a bit of a worry, all this pressure and only the one tried to show for it, and even that was an intercept?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the way we've been defending, and I think it'll tell in this second half. We've been unlucky on a few occasions. We need to be a bit more clinical, but even though we weren't scoring, a lot of damage was done, so I'm sure we'll come on with a wet sail now.
Of course, you, Ben Westwood here, Chris Bridge taking an evening off from the England camp. What's the mood like ahead of the France game?
Oh, very good. We've had a really good week's preparation. We're at the Worsley Marriott there, and been fantastic, and we're raring to go for tomorrow night.
Everybody's written the French off, saying that, you know, it's going to be a cakewalk for you guys. Still a bit of danger there.
Yeah, they're still a very, very talented squad. They're international squad, so you forget last year in the Four Nations, he was beating us 12-4 at half-time, so we're certainly not going to take him lightly, but it's great to international rugby league's come round again, and we can't wait.
Wish you all the best. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, Bell.
See Adrian Morley on Sky Sports tomorrow in his England colours. It's a game at the Lee Sports Village. A tremendous contest in prospect later on in the year in the Four Nations, and England begin their first steps towards the Four Nations with this match. Tickets still available, by the way. This is Breers, brilliant dummy, couldn't get the ball away.
And again they got back in numbers. I don't know how they did. There was a huge gap opened up there, and Lee Breers, the halfback, looked as though he was sail towards the sticks. Time and time again, and you just wonder how long the Rovers outfit can keep it up. They've lost possession.
They've lost possession 14-15 metres away from their own line. And on all fours, Mitchell. He tried to get the ball over the line. He's knocked on.
He was crawling there. Just so short. The glory was there, and he just lost it. Or did he lose it? That may have been reefed away at the last moment by a Rovers hand. I don't think it's been seen by the official. I think it's going to be a head and feed to the visitors. But on the replay there, I think there might have been a bit of a hand pull that ball back. There's more than one in attention.
Well, we spoke about Clint Newton, didn't we, slowing things up at scrums. I can understand why, Steve, when I look at the tackle count, Clint Newton's made 31, Mike Rattul 17, Michael Dobson 10, all down that right-hand side of the Hull Kingston Rovers defence. So it's pretty obvious Tony Smith at half-time has told them, keep hammering that right side of the Hull Kingston Rovers defence, and ultimately you'll get your reward.
Here comes Newton again. Saints 22-16 up against Huddersfield at Knowsley Road. Of course, any slip at all by Warrington here, and Saints will close the gap on them in second place. Dobson with a neat little chip. Oh, it was just too long. Cockayne was motoring.
Well, it's been a first time Hull Kingston Rovers have been out of the half here. The kick goes over on the full, and again the last tackle options aren't very good ones. They put themselves under so much pressure, but you have to admire the way they're defending the try line. Heroic.
It is. This is McCarthy. Let's get more news on Jason Netherton, the injured Hull KR player. Bill.
Yeah, Eddie, it's a torn calf muscle. Jason Netherton won't be back tonight, and although you're giving Clint Newton a hard time over this mysterious ankle problem that he's got, but I think there is some sort of injury he's got there. It goes back to an incident very early in the game, in actual fact. So perhaps with Jason Netherton crocked, Newton's going to really have to play through the pain barrier.
He's flat out again, is Clint Newton, as this movement continues. And so now is Michael Monaghan.
Yeah, it took a heavy knock. It was just offloading there.
Hyam waits as Paul Wood gets to his feet. Hyam gives it to Ryan Atkins, tries to skip away from a couple. Ryan Atkins to the line! And again, the whole KR defence scrambles back and pushes him back into the field of play. Monaghan a bit groggy. Here is Griggs. Griggs then to Breers. Breers with a kick out wide, looking for Chris Hicks. And Hicks knocks the ball forward. They're testing Cockayne with these high kicks. He's come up with it so far. He's come up with the goods for Rovers. Cockayne
certainly has. It's obviously a feature by the coach, Tony Smith. I think that he can be susceptible to the high kick, but as you say, he's really handled it well. Oh, that's a big error. That's a big hit. Big fella, the captain, could not hang on to it.
Tyrone McCarthy played for Lee. The first time since Easter Monday last Sunday.
Got the shoulder under the ball-carrying arm.
Recalled from his dual registration spell because of the international calls, because of the injuries. And McCarthy, 10 tackles. That was the bell ringer of them all.
And that could be the turning point. The big fella King's nearly through.
Quick play the ball is what they wanted. Here is Louis Anderson. They're attacking Ratu, they're attacking Clinton again down that left-hand channel, Warrington.
Well, if they keep them out this time, Eddie, I've got to start counting how many players are out there in red and white. I just cannot believe they get him back so often and with numbers.
Griggs will get to his feet, plays the ball to Monaghan. Breers, there's a bit of space here maybe for Mathers. Mathers wide to Chris Hicks. Did he have his foot on the whitewash then?
Pretty close to it.
McCarthy bounces away from Josh Hodgson first time.
Yeah, his foot was in touch, not seen by the touch judge.
Breers, last tackle, dabbed through, bounce is horrible, well picked up. They've got them in goal though, Warrington, they're going to get another set of 6. Morrell to the rescue, but he couldn't get out of jail.
Beautiful kick by Lee Breers. You talk about keeping your composure and just dinking it through. Okay, they got back. That should have been, and I mean, look at the touch judge there. I mean, boy, could have blown his nose for him. He was that close.
He was looking at it. He obviously decided, in his opinion, he was in the field of play, not on the whitewash. We all have opinions, Steve-O. And the touch judge's opinion on that occasion was the most important one.
Should I wrap my wrist now, or would you like to do it for?
No. I'm glad to see that made you speechless. Here's Wood.
He's worked hard.
Brilliantly offload.
No, it's offload!
Hyam! And again to Monaghan. This is Griggs. Griggs for the line! Has he got it down?
He's lost it!
Oh.
He's knocked it. No, he's given a penalty for reefing the ball out.
Been stolen.
There must have been more than one man, and there was. Yeah.
He's lost the ball forward.
Well, the trouble is it came up in the arms of Hodgson, isn't it?
Well, Griggs was trying to offload, and he has been penalised for saying that they've lost it, and that you could see quite clearly, well done, Clarkey, that he was trying to offload, and Griggs has got away with it.
Dobson, as he was on the ground, he got a right clatter on the side of the head.
We've got a captain there.
Well, Clint Newton now is saying he's got the injury. Ian Smith doesn't believe he's got an injury, but I think looking at that face on Clint Newton, he probably has.
Do you know what's fascinating here, though? But the strength of character for Hull Kingston Rovers. They haven't played well with the ball. That's why they keep standing on the try line. But we saw them at St Helens standing behind the goalpost for what was it, over 60 points they conceded. That won't be the case tonight.
Well, here's another chance for Warrington, and this defence from Hull KR has been heroic.
But how long can it last?
Monaghan, a bit longer yet. Oh, it's a sin binning for Clint Newton. High tackle. He's furious, is Clint Newton. He is telling Michael Bellinau that the team was on a warning for high shots, and he's been good as well as Ian Smith. Clint Newton will be annoyed. Justin Morgan will be furious.
Do you know, it could be just the extra inspiration that Hull Kingston Rovers need here, Eddie, though. You sometimes see a side lift when they're down to 12 man. It happened to Wakefield at Hull KR earlier this year.
Yeah, you do, and you know, they say great teams can build pressure. Well, Warrington are doing that, but great teams also can deal with pressure, and we'll see if Hull Kingston Rovers can do that.
Grix is halted short. Another fantastic tackle in defence. This time, has he got it down, Louis Anderson?
Is it short? It's desperately close. Desperately close, this.
Well, he's right to hand this upstairs to the video referee.
He has to. Frame by frame, frame by frame. That's try time.
Richard Silverwood's the video referee. He's watching that as we are.
Louis Anderson will not be denied. This will be the TRY.
Tries given for Warrington. Hull KR man in the sin bin. Warrington piling on the pressure. And Louis Anderson, with only his second try of the season. He hasn't missed a Super League game this year. One of the stars of the improving Warrington side last year.
So close, and he knew he had to keep low. Dobson, he tried his damnedest. Briscoe came just a touch too late to get underneath him. We wondered when they'd run out of numbers, and it came. This is the sin bin. You can see there that Clint Newton definitely dragged back in the face of Michael Monaghan, and the dam has burst.
And Breers will add the extras to the Louis Anderson try that he has just scored. His first try of the campaign came in the classic that we saw here against Wigan, which Warrington lost with the last throw of the dice. There's his second try. He hopes, I suppose, now that he will go on and help Warrington win this match.
That's the sin binning of Clint Newton. And they just had the numbers, and he could see Louis Anderson realised very close to it. He shakes his head in disbelief. He'll feel pretty down with the fact that they've conceded whilst he's sat in the stands.
And very early in the 10 minutes that he's in the sin bin as well, have they conceded. The referee did put Hull KR on the warning, remember, about the high tackles. Next one he said he would deal with, and he's dealt with it. Here's Paul Wood again.
It's important now that Rovers do not lose their cool and start getting a bit of a square up here. Oh, Anderson again.
No, it's a penalty for obstruction.
Oh boy, did they ever need that, because you could just sense that the Wolves were getting on the roll. And why shouldn't they be? Yeah. He's the player, no doubt about it.
Relief then for Hull Kingston Rovers, isn't it, this penalty? Well, although they've got a pretty poor Super League record at this ground, this stadium did provide the backdrop to their 2006 National League One Grand Final defeat of Widnes that got them into the Super League in the first place. And here they come again with Mick Vella. Warrington's turn to defend now against the 12 men of Hull KR. Wielden goes down on tackle number 2. Josh Hodgson scheming 10 metres out. Finds Scott Morrell. Morrell pops it up to Gallia. Gallia then to Briscoe. Wood shot out at the line.
Just came a little bit too early there, did the fullback Briscoe.
Hodgson. Hodgson's, oh, he's lost it. Warrington congratulate each other for the solid defence. Josh Hodgson just couldn't hang on to the ball. Super League debut for Hull, by the way, came against Warrington in May last year.
And it's at these vital moments, you know, where the Rovers are just really squandering the possession. There'll be no finesse here, I feel, from the Wolves. They realise now at 12-4. Good, solid, hard work in the forward. Get over the advantage. They know they've got the quality of Lee Breers, perhaps, or even Monaghan,
and
to get the kick downfield.
Back out there as well. Here is Solomona. The offloader supreme, this fellow. We're seeing to it, though, this time that they will not offload the ball in the tackle. Wood.
You know, he accelerates well, doesn't he? Changes direction and accelerates the last couple of steps. It's given his side a quick play of the ball, and they are on the roll here. Referee's wiped the tackle count to start again.
He has. There was a hand in there from Hull KR. That's the 0 tackle. Look where Warrington are, 30 metres away. This is Matt King. Matt King gives the ball to Breers. Second try for Lee Breers. King laid it on a plate. Great work from Matt King. Great support from Lee Breers. Second try of the night. And Lee Breers. 32 on Monday. Working hard tonight. 22 minutes to go. Could be a big part of the game, this.
This is where he got 6 to go there. You could see that Joel Clinton just got fingertips to it. Quick thinking by the big fella King. And great positional work and support by Lee Breers. Try number 2. And it just shows you the importance of when your opposition are down to 12. That was a classic try. Positional work was fantastic. But you've got to think of Clint Newton sat in the stand there thinking to himself, the sin bin has turned this game around and away from the Rovers' opportunity to win here tonight.
Lee Breers with the conversion attempt on the 130th career try. And there he adds the extras. And Warrington just take a little stranglehold on the match.
Well, with the help of Steve Cliff from Opta, I found out the answer to your question, Steve, over at the number of interceptions. If we go back over the last 5 years, Lee Breers has scored 9 tries from 27 interceptions. On 3 other occasions, he tipped it onto a supporting player. So any side who's going to attack against Lee Breers, hoping you can run through or over him, you've got to be wary. He is the interception king.
Well done, Philip, well done. And, well, it's a match that's making some people's hair stand on end, this.
Oh, it was a great try, and it was just a shame that it came with the fact where people are pointing, say, well, Rovers down to 12, but you just had that feeling, didn't you, when Louis Anderson crashed over for the try. A few of the heads just bowed slightly in this Rovers outfit. It's been a tremendous effort so far. They realise now as they go into the final quarter, they've got to get field position. Something they haven't done a lot in this second half, so let's give a lot of credit to the Warrington defence as well. We've been heaping praise on the fact that the Rovers, they've had to do plenty of that. But it's been pretty impressive by the home side too.
Warrington have been absolutely relentless though down that left-hand side. They really have.
Here's Atkins. Oh, it's a lovely chip over the top. And how has that come about? Has Mickey Hyam got it? Atkins has scored the try. It was a glorious chip over the top. Was there a knock-on by Mickey Hyam? No, says the referee. The Hull Kingston Rovers defender, he missed the ball completely by the sound of things, fumbled it, and Atkins comes up with a try, and the Hull KR fans know that this game is slipping away from them.
When you've got an 18-4-point lead, you know that you can try something special, and Atkins did that. And again, the man who set it all up was Michael Monaghan. He just couldn't get to it. Beautiful offload, neat, well balanced. Comes off Fisher, and Atkins said, I'll get it.
Again, that's tremendous refereeing from Ian Smith, because he gave that without reference upstairs, and it was all over the place, the ball.
It's the best performance for a man with a whistle this year.
That's a big call.
Yep. Sometimes I can call them big.
Breers faultless with the boot.
I think it's the best piece of skill I've seen from Ryan Atkins for a while. I know that he's a strong carrier of the ball. I see him come in and run from dummy half and take the forwards on. But a nice piece of skill that convinces me he is the centre of the future and not just a powerful player playing out wide.
Yeah, now I think it just shows the depth of talent in England, but some tremendous work there. Once again, hammering that right-hand side of Hull Kingston Rovers. First try down that right-hand side, and then even when Breers' try came later, they dented on the left before they came away from the right, and that resulted in Matt King then busting through and Breers supporting. And we've seen once again The following try, the third try, was hammering down the left-hand side before Atkins kicked and then regathered for the try. Great work there.
Tremendous. Breers has missed the kick though. 18-4 it is. 22-4, I'm sorry. Our caption was wrong on the top. Now it's right. 22-4, 18 minutes to go. Heroic from Hull Kingston Rovers. Any way back for them, fellas?
No, I can't see it, Eddie. I think that quite a few of them are out on their feet. They've got through so much work.
And Clinton is back and on the field. Clint Newton. There's a right battle royal going on at Knowsley Road. Could be a significant night, this, for Warrington. Monaghan. Infield it comes to Solomona. Solomona carries the ball in one hand and then tries to get the offload away. And does so to Vinnie Anderson. Vinnie Anderson takes the tackle. It's the last one. Quick play the ball. Here's Wood. Here's Paul Wood. Couldn't get the ball out wide. Couldn't get the ball away.
He deserved that, and he knows he can take the option at 22-4. He knows he has worked overtime, that fella. He has taken the ball up time and time again.
You know, Eddie, we've played 23 minutes in the second half. Hull Kingston Rovers have only had 3 players in the opposition half. It's been exclusively down at this end of the field, whether they've been defending or attacking. And you have to admit, it's been a brave effort, but I can see some more points coming in the remaining minutes.
They've not given it away, Hull KR. Look at them. They're up to the 40-metre mark almost. And Fisher goes for a 40-20, but it goes up the middle. So Riley will run this back. Almost through, but well pulled down by Galea. And now it's Wellen who's got a head injury. Took a bang. Seems a long time ago. It is. It's almost an hour since Wellen went over for the first Hull KR try. They led 4-0.
I think he gets a whack from Galea. Yeah.
Elbow and hip.
Yeah, Ben Galea is coming over the top of Riley, and he just takes out how many fingers? Yeah, he's got that right. Well, it's been a tremendous game of rugby league. Okay, Justin Morgan perhaps realising now that as soon as Clint Newton got the 10 minutes, it was just a bridge too far for them.
What price in the next 16 minutes? A Lee Breers hat-trick. He's only got one previously in the Super League, 2007. And guess who that was against? Hull KR. Are we about to see history repeated, sir? Here's Paul Wood. Oh, they're offloading for fun, and here's the offloader in chief, Solomona. And there's another. This is Griggs.
They're having the time of their life now. They realise that the opposition are getting very tired. Quick play the ball, getting over the advantage line.
Here's another penalty for a high tackle. I think it was Lovegrove who got round the neck.
And he's bringing the skipper over again. Mr. Vella.
The same as me. He's clearly got him in the grapple tackle. More high tackles. It's off his neck.
So penalty to Warrington, which won't help Hull KR.
Well, you'd expect one drive and a switch to the blind.
Drive forward by Louis Anderson.
Yeah, they've sent Morell over to that side, and Dobson's come to the left-hand side.
Griggs. Solomona, such a big man. Doesn't think about the offload this time. It's only on the second tackle. Look where they are, so close to the line. This is Breers. Breers over the top. Back to one, and Riley is held up short of the line. Again, there's an arm around his neck. Monaghan. Here's Louis Anderson, and again this Hull Kingston Rovers defence does it. Yes, it does. Holds him out.
Keep your eye on Mr. Wood.
It's with Breers. Breers stabbed the kick in. Oh, and that wasn't the best from Lee Breers.
Just didn't get the ricochet. Sometimes it goes with you. That occasion went against him.
Unfortunately for the Warrington fans, Eddie, I think it's very windy here now, and that prevents them from doing what they've done so well this season, passing the ball fast, accurately out wide to players. The passing accuracy drops when you're trying to throw the ball 10 metres, and there's such a strong wind swirling around inside the stadium.
Cocaine For Hull KR, Cockayne on the break for Hull KR. Mathers ahead of him, he's done Mathers. And Riley just did enough, and then the ball was stripped. And what is it? No, I was going to say.
He got it back.
Oh, there's a
that's got to be a penalty.
penalty.
Sin bin. Well, surely that's a professional foul. I mean, this is just a deliberate knockdown.
He's looking to get away with that, Lee Breers.
My word, he is. I mean, that was not in the spirit of the game as far as I'm concerned.
So from 20 metres out, Hull KR will come and look for some reward here with Ben Fisher. Michael Dobson waits. Gives it to Vella. Vella up the middle. He'll play it to Fisher. Fisher wide to Dobson. Back inside it comes to Liam Watts. An excellent tackle by Solomona. Fisher again. Here's Vella! And this time Warrington managed to hold him up. He was held up over the line, so it's on the 10-metre line as the tackle count continues. And here is Dobson. And there's a chance, and that's a great try from Michael Ratu. Great spirit from Hull KR from start to finish tonight. And Mike Ratu, who has missed the last 3, he's only managed 2 appearances all year. That's his first try of the season, inevitably. And he's in for Jake Webster, and this is a finely worked Hull KR try.
Certainly is good work from Fisher to start with. Briscoe links up on that short blind side, and Mike Ratu fully deserves this. He's had a wonderful game. Not many opportunities with ball in hand, but I must say he's done over 20 tackling, in fact 20 in defence. Not bad for the centre, and he'll really enjoy that. And so will Justin Morgan, because they've not thrown the towel in.
Dobson then to add the extras, he hopes. And Dobson does add the extras. That closes the gap, 22 points to 10.
Well, great spirit from Hull Kingston Rovers. We mentioned that word a few times. Here's the try at the end of it. A nice pass there from Dobson. But I think we've got to give a massive amount of credit to Ben Cockayne. He'll never be a world-class winger, but I tell you what, he brings such a competitive element. Remember, it was his break in the middle of the field when he dodged a few defenders and got himself rolling upfield. It was one of the rare occasions they've been close to the try line when players like Michael Dobson can show their creative and instinctive try-scoring creation.
Well, we have 11 minutes remaining, and it's a 12-point difference. Only 2 converted tries for Hull KR to get level in the contest, so it's not over yet for Warrington.
I've been fascinated, Eddie, by the impact of some of these tackles, and add to that the workload for the forwards especially. They have really got into each other. There's so much vim and vigour.
Great display, you know, from Hull KR, considering that Lovegrove's been off for so long. Ryan Atkins tussling for the possession. Peter Fox held on, plays it to Ratu. Last tackle here, Dobson with the kick, and Riley picks it up on the fly.
And again, wonderful pressure by Warrington. You see, they're denying Hull Kingston Rovers to get anywhere near into the Warrington half. Look at that one play of the ball over the halfway line, and that's where they've been able to control it.
Griggs will find Paul Wood. Is that another slightly high tackle? Here's Ben Harrison. Ben Harrison up the middle. Now on the back of that, what can Warrington do? Here's Solomona. Fearsome sight on the charge. Last one. Harrison, drop goal from Breers. Scoops it over the bar, Lee Breers. Well, he's not only the interception king, he's the drop goal king, is Lee Breers. 63rd drop goal we've just seen for the Warrington Wolves from Lee Breers. He loves the one-pointers.
He puts a smile on my face every time he plays, because he's such a wonderful architect. He started it all off with that intercept try, raced the full length of the field. Looks as though he might be caught after a while. Looks pretty confident now, Tony Smith, and why not? Oh, great take by the big fella, what?
It was, and an important ankle tap by Lee Breers to bring him down. Short kick-off, it held up in the breeze. This is Lovegrove. It's been a spirited display from Hull KR. It really has. And fair play, Warrington have played their part in what's been an excellent match. Great offload, Briscoe! Mathers and King combining to bring Sean Briscoe down. Fisher. Here's Galea, knock on, picked up by Vinnie Anderson. Vinnie Anderson has got Ben Harrison with him.
Oh, he should have given it to him as well. Not so sure about the speed of the big young prop, but he was in a good position.
Here's Matt King. Breers leading the applause for the run from Breers. This is Harrison now. Offloads to Monaghan. Here is Grix. Showed it one way, came the other. Grix. Clint Newton clawing at him, getting him down eventually. Monaghan from dummy half. Jinks one way, then the other. Monaghan through the gap. Brilliant try. Michael Monaghan. A brilliant, brilliant individual try. He won the Lance-Todd Trophy at Wembley last year. He lost the 2007 NRL Grand Final with Manly against Melbourne, and he wants to get Warrington to Old Trafford to get himself a winner's ring.
Tremendous play by the hooker. He's had a magnificent game. Most of the tries that have come around, it was a mistake there. Anderson. So much speed. Yeah, the big fella, Ben Harrison, on the inside, but look at this. This is sheer quality. He's been involved with so many of Warrington's tries tonight. Is he happy? Yeah, and so he should be. Such an important cog in Tony Smith's outfit.
He plays well. These days, Warrington play well.
Well, it takes such a responsibility off the shoulders of this man as well, doesn't it? Lee Breers. Many years ago, Breers was running around all over the shop, but now he can pinpoint when he wants to come into the attack. A very much controlled performance tonight from this fella.
And he's added the extras as well. It stretches the lead a little more, 29 points to 10.
And you can see he's thinking all the time. Lee Breers saying, hey, come on, remember, they got it back from the kick-off before.
Well, he's played his full part. Michael Monaghan now, he's just taken to the side just for a bit of a breather, and he's just going through his try-scoring celebrations. Again, the short kick-off that hangs in the breeze.
And they've
got it on, they've got it back again, Hull KR, with Ben Fisher. This is Galea. Fisher in at dummy half again for Rovers. Reece Lovegrove.
It'll be mere consolation if Rovers can get an extra try, but it's something that'll lift their confidence for the future.
Dobson pops the ball up to Vella.
Little run from Fisher perhaps, back on the inside, but the big fella's there, Liam Watts.
It is with Watts, now it's with Galea. This time the defence just envelops him. Looks like Saints might have beaten Huddersfield. Morrell to the corner, flicked off the fingertips by Chris Hicks. The goal line dropout.
Good position as well by Hicks, the winger.
Kane was hunting.
Yep, and he knew he could breathe him. Could feel his breath, should I say, because he's breathing.
Could breathe him.
Yeah.
Less than 5 to go. 29-10. I think it's going to be as you were in second and third place in the table tonight. But Warrington will close the gap on Wigan, who go to Wakefield on Sunday, John.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. They really hammered us over at the DW Stadium, and we're attempting to address one or two issues that arose from that, but they're one of the form teams improvers, and so are Warrington. What a run by Peter Fox.
Fantastic run by Fox. From one side of the field to the other. This is Wellham. And Wellham taking them on. credit Hull Kingston Rovers, they have not given this away, and Fisher comes up with a consolation.
Great work.
Now then, he's not giving it.
He's definitely moved the arm.
Just check for the grounding, please.
But does he do it all in one piece? And has King got hold of it?
Yes, he has. And the arm is moving.
Is it all in one motion?
I think that's a try, Eddie. You can bounce over the line, can't you?
Yep, I agree with Phil on that one. Is all in one movement, and the speed of it, that should be given.
Yeah, no stopping momentum there in real time, is there? That should be a try.
They deserve it. And they get it. Ben Fisher with the try.
And a good try as well. Quick thinking, as I said, okay, it's be a consolation.
But he got a match-winning try in the 78th minute against St Helens in March at Creighton Park. This is late in the game as well, but it is not going to be the match winner this time.
No. And he could see that Warrington just took an eternity to get themselves sorted out. Good thinking by this fella. He gives his all, doesn't he? Really gives 100% every time he pulls on a pair of boots.
And Dobson adds the extras, and Dobson kicking the goal, 29-16. And, well, when the decision went in for the Hull KR try, well, he doesn't agree.
Well, I can't see why. I think the momentum, as Phil Clark pointed out. But at 29-16, he should not be upset. It's been quite a performance.
3 minutes to go. It's highly respectable, and that's not respectable. That's out on the full by Lee Breers, and he holds his head.
Then two touches have to get in position, so just wait.
Far too deep. Maybe caught on the breeze, perhaps.
I think the scoreline, Eddie, though, it reflects the relative performances. I think 29-10 would have been a bit harsh on the Robins.
I agree
and,
with you.
They've worked really hard, but that hasn't helped them.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Well, that surprised me, you know, that the penalty was a little bit closer onto the left-hand side, and they chose to kick to the right-hand side. Oh, well.
The sin binning in this match has been absolutely crucial, because Warrington scored 16 points while Clint Newton was off the field. And the gap is 13 points.
And it just shows you that discipline is also an important factor in success in Super League.
Well, he warned them, didn't he, Ian Smith? He warned them and warned them and warned them. Here's
he's had a great game, this guy, as well.
Can he get the pass away? No, he just takes the tackle. The last one. Breers lined up for another one-pointer here. No. Gives it to King. It's a try out of nothing. It's a try out of nothing for Matt King. Ben Cockayne asked him to throw it upstairs to the video referee. And then he had a word a little bit of the wrong kind to Ian Smith, Ben Cockayne.
Calm down. No, I don't. I'm in the best position. Better than you. Put on the referee. You calm down, Ben.
Well, they believe, and they will believe, I think, and they'll argue long, that they have not been on the right side of a few decisions tonight. For Matt King, the pass from Breers was untidy, and it popped up nicely for Matt King, and he just ghosted through the hole. I don't think this is fashioned on the training ground, Phil.
No, it's just not quite sharp, is it? The passing's gone behind one man. Bounced luckily for Matt King. But although it bounced luckily, it was the determination, I felt, that when he collects the ball, there's only one way that he's going to finish up, and that's somewhere over the try line. He gets just about there. Good, brave effort from the Hull Kingston Rovers defenders, but he just about gets the ball down for 4 more points. And a happy ending to a pretty good night's work.
Yes, without a doubt. They've been the better side, Warrington, there's no doubt about that. But if you're awarding points for guts and determination, Hull KR would get one tonight.
Yeah, but I think they'll be critical of their own efforts at times in possession. When it came to last tackles, they either kicked the ball poorly or they ran it poorly. and at times they had to have the majority of the ball. They didn't have that, and they gave themselves not enough chance to win.
Matt King's last try, the goal from Breers, takes him personally to 19 points of this 35-16 victory. And the Warrington players naturally delighted with the 2 points they've got. It maintains the pursuit on Wigan at the top of the table. And, well, it's been hard fought. It's been a real contest. It wasn't easy for Warrington, but the sin binning in the second half, that was really the crucial period of the match, Phil. And Clint Newton just might be a bit annoyed in the future.
Well, they had a very aggressive approach to the match, and it paid off for them in many ways. The try-saving efforts to prevent, well, several Warrington attacks at the line was amazing, but not quite enough on a night when they've played against a side who, Eddie, might just be going to the grand final.
You never know. Well, the man of the match, and if he plays well, as I said in the commentary, Warrington seem to play well these days. It's Michael Monaghan, and he's talking to Bill.
Yeah, Michael, man of the match. There's the champagne. They took some shaking off. You can't fault Hull KR for the commitment they showed there, and they made life difficult for you.
Yeah, they did, mate. You know, they've been a tough team for us over the last few years, and I think they've got to win up against us. You know, we're in the year, so we really wanted to come out tonight and settle the score from last time.
Was there a bit of concern that, you know, at 6-4, you'd had the possession, you'd had the territory, but you hadn't converted it into the points?
Not really, mate, to be honest. Our game plan, you know, was sort of based on getting them at the back end of the first half and probably late in the game. So I thought we did the job there pretty well, and, you know, as you saw, we scored a lot of points towards the end. So, you know, everything went to plan.
Have you proved a point of it tonight as well, that you don't just play the fancy stuff, you can dig in as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we had to tonight. I think we were missing sort of 6 of our top-line players, and I think the guys that come in tonight did a really good job, and a couple of young guys that have been waiting for an opportunity got it tonight, and they really performed.
It says something about the strength of the squad, doesn't it?
It does, mate. You know, even the guys we had in tonight, there's another 3 or 4 guys that have been waiting for an opportunity all year, and they're still looking for that. So, you know, the depth at the club's real positive at the moment.
Looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it is, mate. It's you know, that's a sign of a good club, is when you have got depth and there's competition for places. So, you know, it's good signs. You
got £100 for charity as well as the champagne. Where would you like to send that?
Yeah, give the money to Matt King's Shave and Raise, I think it is. He's started a you know, promotion here to cut his hair, and we'll give it to that.
Good shout. Thanks very much indeed. Man of the match, Michael Monaghan. And one of those players who came in, Paul Wood, after a few games out. But by your terms this season, you're really in a bit of a run, aren't you?
Yeah, it was, you know, I had big boots to fill. Wimoza, you know, has been outstanding for us, led from the front as a good captain. And I knew the pressure was on. You know, I tried my best tonight, and, you know, that's all I can do. Hopefully, you know, I've pleased Tony, and I can try and keep my place next week. Well,
as Michael Monaghan's just said, you know, there's competition for places.
Yeah, definitely. Every single week, you know, no one's been dropped through poor form. You know, people have been dropped through, well, not dropped, sorry, have come out through injury. So it's been a difficult year for the lads that are on the borders, because, you know, there's been no dip in form. And, you know, again tonight we showed a number of players out. Everybody stepped up, and, you know, that's the strength in depth we've got.
Paul, thanks very much for talking to us.
Cheers.
Let's bring in Rovers' Chris Wellham. Seems ages ago you got that try, and the first try of the game, Chris, and you must have thought that the way things were going, you withstood that early pressure, that you had a chance here.
Yeah, we started off really well. Well, not really well. We scored the first try, but we defended for massive amounts of the game. And as I said, when we got Simbin towards the end with Clint Newton, we just leaked points. And as I said, we defended for most of the game. It took toll on us late on in the game.
Well, I think of the brothers Wellham, Liam's probably got more to smile about. 2 tries last night and on the winning side.
Yeah, I had something to follow. We weren't playing last night. I had to have a good game, but sadly it didn't work out for us. But yeah, he had a good game last night, so all credit to him. Well done.
Thanks a lot. Well done, Chris.
No problems. Cheers.
Well, Kingston Rovers beat Warrington in April, 36-16. Since then, Warrington have lost only once. That was at Leeds. And they'll get the chance to avenge that defeat in the next 2 weeks. 35-16, gutsy display for Warrington. Steve-O, it showed their strength is in depth.